In a couple of hours, semifinals will start, so I should be prepared. But first, let's start from qualification round. So, in qualification, I should climb 10 boulders, and boulders start from like 6A plus 6B till 7C plus 8A. And spoiler, the hardest boulder nobody managed, so it was pretty tough. In qualification, I haven't a lot of time, so after short warm-up, I start from these yellow quadra holes, which seems pretty nice for me, and this boulder contains a lot of sloppers and pinches, which is pretty nice for warm-up. I prefer do not climb on creams because it's kinda dangerous, but big sloppy holes seems pretty nice. During competition, I spoke with the owner of this gym and tried to guess how they choose these colors, and the person who will give a right answer will get a free course from my climbing app for stability. Hi, it's me, and let's start what I'm doing here. I came to Osnabrück city, it's a Osnabrück bouldering gym, for participating in final stage of Boulder BundesLiga. I participate only in 2 stages, first and second. In general, you should participate in every stages, and from only 10 best stages you can summarize all your gain scores, and after you can get into final stage if you get into 100 best climbers. And you can see on my scorecard I am 86 out of 100. It means only by participating in 2 stages I gain kinda a lot of points, which is nice. But now I should climb a little bit better because I need to get into semifinals, so I need to gain a lot of points to get into best 20 climbers. And of course, if you participate in all stages, it's way easier to get into semifinals because you already gain a lot of points. And it means you don't need to climb a lot of hard boulders today. For example, Jan Hojer, Sergei Topishka and other strong climbers didn't climb any hard boulders. They just climbed a little bit. Another interesting fact about this stage that you should find a person who will approve your climbing and put their signature in your scorecard. It's pretty interesting because from this point it's way harder to cheat. The second boulder which I choose for warm-up, it was grey holds and black volumes, which is pretty nice for warm-up because at first it's slab, at second you have any hard creams or pockets or something like this, so it's pretty nice for warm-up. I saw a lot of people try to start up from heel hook position, but it's way easier to run into this position because from heel it's way harder to stand up. From the toe it's way easier, and you can see almost every strong climber starts from toe. Here is, I'm getting a little bit confused because I can't understand is it a grey foothold or white foothold. So someone told me it's a grey and I use this hold. You can see in the gym it was pretty hot, 23 degrees and 71% humidity, which is almost impossible for climbing because it's too humid. Next boulder which I choose, it was blue pill mint and white holds and volumes, and I was a little bit frustrated about this boulder because it was easier to cheat than climbing with original beta. So a lot of people jump into the undercling without gas on move. You know, it's a little bit sad when people start cheating, and cheating is way easier than original beta. So I decided to try this boulder without cheating, and for me it feels way harder than cheating, but at the same time it seems pretty nice. After this boulder, I decided that I was warm up enough and I decided to try something harder. This purple dual texture volumes seems pretty nice, and I decided to try this one because I have a lot of skin and a lot of power, and this boulder feels for me pretty hard. I need to climb this boulder when I'm pretty fresh. And unexpectedly, I saw a lot of people start cheating this boulder also. I think the intended beta was swapping hands while jumping. I saw this beta from some strong climbers, but nobody managed. And after I spot, then some weak climbers decide to cheat this boulder with hook, and I thought, why not? I should try it. And unexpectedly it feels way easier without jump. And I tried this jump after competition, and jump feels really hard and tricky. So probably I wasn't flash this boulder with original beta during competition. The next boulder which I found, it was a black volumes, feels also pretty powerful, and I saw a lot of people struggle on the first part of this boulder, and I saw quite a lot of options how to manage first part. But second part, it was pretty straightforward. You need to use the knee bar and grab the edge of the wall. But the main problem again, they put a lot of volumes on the right side of this block, but nobody grabs these holes, because it's way easier to use a knee bar and cheat this boulder again. Next boulder with yellow holes and black volumes was unexpectedly hard. At first I thought left crimp is kinda good in cut surface, but in real life it's kinda sloppy. And the first crux, grab a yellow sloppy crimp with the left hand and push with the right in almost nothing, and slowly move your hip to the left side and grab 2 holes on the compression. And after, also kinda tricky part, where you should put your right foot as high as possible and took a top position, but also pretty hard and tricky. I saw only 2 people who managed this part of the boulder, and everyone reached like me. And I'm 180, so the distance between 2 holes is pretty big. I don't know how to climb this boulder for short people. And here I am on the scariest part, because if your right hand will slipper, you'll definitely fall. And falling definitely should be dangerous. In real life, I tried this boulder for warm-up, but actually I add this video only right now, because only after previous boulder I successfully climbed this boulder. At first I thought it's slab, it should be easy, but because of high humidity, boulder feels pretty hard and slippery, and also not a lot of climbers reach zone on this boulder, because it's pretty hard. So I spent a lot of times, and I don't know even how many people manage this boulder, but definitely not a lot. At first I climbed in the pants, but you can see after a few attempts I decided to switch my pants to shorts, because it was impossible to climb in pants. But this one is... The intended idea of this boulder is pretty simple. You should be as slow as possible to move your center of gravity as slow as possible, because this position is more stable. And also, to make it easier to move your hands to the right side, you need to squeeze both volumes with both legs. And now you can spot that I'm using right knee to prevent bird door, and after matching I jump immediately to the zone because it's way easier to grab these volumes on the compression. Let's see another boulder. In general, my target was to manage all 10 boulders, and this one was the hardest one. But first I would like to tell you about the left heel hook. It's kinda dangerous because it's possible to jam and fall, so you can break your leg while falling from this part. And of course, I thought every boulder in the last stage should be easy because strongest climbers will not climb the hardest boulders because they already gain a lot of points, and I try my best on this boulder. So at first I also climb in pants, but you already know that I decided to switch them. So here is a couple of my attempts and Lucas. After the hard boulder I decided to try something easier, and the next one is a blue slab with X-colored volumes. And the unexpected problem was because all slab boulders was set like a traverse on a slab. So a lot of people trying to solve these boulders, and they spend a lot of time while climbing till the zone, and not a lot of people manage zone. So everyone want to try this boulder again and again and again. I wait for like 20 or 30 minutes to make an attempt on this boulder. I think every racer should know that you can't set long traverse on slabs, especially on popular grades, because everyone will love to try these boulders, and at the end nobody will try this boulder. The last boulder which I almost forgot to try, this mint blue pills holds, and it's also pretty interesting boulder because you can climb this boulder way easier while skipping 6 holes. I saw that a lot of people skip the left side of this boulder because it's way easier to cheat and grab the volume. And again, for me it's kinda weird that so many boulders were possible to cheat. And of course I decided to cheat also. But at first I struggled a little bit on a start position because I thought like, what's the easiest solution to make a start? Of course, intended better was sit down start position like I did on competition, but at first I tried to find maybe it's also possible to cheat, but it wasn't. Overall, in last stage I did only 9 boulders out of 10, and the hardest boulder I managed till the zone, mostly I climbed 9.5 boulders, which is pretty nice result, and I took a first place in qualification round, and again enough points to get into semifinals, which is pretty nice, and I was extremely happy about this. But let's talk about how to count points. So every boulder have 2 points minus amount of people who successfully climb boulder divided by competitors who participate in a stage. So for example, black one, which stay on the back side of me with a nice quadra Boulder BundesLiga volumes, because not a lot of people manage this boulder, I got 1.75 points, which I should multiply by 9, because in the last stage, like in the final stage, every point which you gain should be multiplied by 9. This system helps a lot for people like me who participate only in 2 stages, and to get in the semifinals I need to get a lot of points. Also don't forget, if you climb boulder on a flash, your score should be multiplied by 1.2, so you gain plus 20%, which is also nice. You can see I'm pretty happy because I already climbed in the semifinals and I got into finals. So finals will start at around 3 hours later, so I have a little bit time to take a rest. And now I would like to describe you about boulders in semifinals. Let's start from the first boulder. Big black quadra holes and volumes was unexpectedly hard for me. At first I didn't spot left crimp on the first undercling, which just helps a lot, and when I found this chip hold, of course I successfully managed till the zone. And after I struggle, because you should jump in the last crimp and use a toe probably on the right side, but I mean, I can understand it's pretty hard, and I don't know, is it possible not to manage this move in 5 minutes, because last hold is pretty sloppy. So I did only 2 successful attempts till the top, and I tried to use a toe, I can't, so I decided, okay, maybe I can jump in a cross, it also doesn't work. So in general, nobody took a top on this boulder. After first boulder I was a little bit frustrated because I didn't climb this boulder till the top, so I decided, okay, next one should be a little bit easier, so I should be able to climb second boulder. And on my first attempt I didn't realize what's the easiest solution to grab the second last hold. Of course, for tall climbers it's easier to put their right foot higher on the small white crimp, but for me it's almost impossible because left volume is so far away, so the only options which I found was a heel hook on the right side, and after easy top.
Aber auch da ein Blick zu den Schiedsrichtern, für die Zone hat es noch nicht gereicht. Und jetzt geht's hier gleich spannend weiter. Egor Kryachkov wieder.
By the way, my original name is Egor Kryachkov in my language.
Der Fuß weit oben, eine Hand ist schon dran. Auf geht's, Egor, komm on! Das ist der erste Top am Herren 2.
While watching third boulder out of 4, I thought this one should be the hardest one because it contains a lot of crimps, and for me it seems like these crimps are pretty nasty and small. And to be honest, I don't like crimps, so I prefer slopers, pockets, pinches, but crimps, I don't like them at all. So I thought, okay, I should concentrate myself 100% because this one should be the hardest one for me, definitely. But when I start climbing, unexpectedly I realized it's one of the easiest boulders. It's only 7B, 7B+, and every crimp is so nice, so it's almost impossible to fall from them. And you can see I'm waiting a little bit, watching how people climb previous boulder, because when I saw these holes close to me, I realized this boulder is easy, flashable.
Und jetzt ist Egor Kryachkov schon an der Zone. Der Mann, der hier den Top am Herren 2 geholt hat, will sich noch den Top am Herren 3 holen. Den fängt er. Und da geht's rein in den Schulterzug, Fußstellen, und das ist der Top für Egor Kryachkov.
Because I climbed in the middle part of 20 climbers, I saw a lot of strong climbers struggle on the last boulder, and mostly everyone fall from the second last move on the pinch, and some people fall from the zone. I thought this one should be easy, but not so. So something around 7B plus 7C, and I think it's true. Here you should be extremely precise with the right foot. You should slowly reach the next one, because left hand is small cream and you can get barn door if you will jump into the right foot. After a little bit rest, I put my right foot as high as possible on the edge of the volume, probably the best position for dual texture volumes, and top is quite easy for me. And now I want to tell you what I think about semi-final boulders. The first one was kinda risky because Sergei Tapishko reached the zone without jump and something like this, so a little bit cheating, but he didn't manage to the top. Second one was also probably a little bit easier because a lot of tall climbers reach the last hold without heel hook and they reach top from the small foothold. Third one was pretty nice. Like I told you before, I don't like this style, but boulder is pretty interesting, contains a lot of interesting moves and also kinda tricky top. The last fourth boulder was also a little bit cheatable for Sergei Tapishko. He reached the second last without taking a zone, which is weird for me. I don't know how even possible to use this better, and probably all route setters doesn't think about this better because like it's ridiculous hard. But anyway, love these boulders, and semifinals was set pretty professional with a lot of interesting moves, and of course every boulder was in different style, which is really important for semifinals. So let's see what they said for finals. During observation, I thought every boulder is extremely hard, even first one. Actually, I can't realize, is it possible to climb every boulder or not? But the only thing which I know, I should try as hard as possible. And of course, flashes is very important. So I tried to flash first one quite successfully. Here's my first attempt.
Saustark unterwegs, das gleiche gilt für Egor. Ebenfalls saustark unterwegs.
This part was interesting because Hojer did with the left hand and I decided probably to use the original better. I use a heel hook to move my center of gravity more to the right, and after it's possible to grab with the right hand.
Was sage ich? Das meine ich mit saustark unterwegs.
Probably while watching this video you can't realize, but all of these volumes are dual texture and of course dual texture on upper part of this volume. So it was extremely tricky to try to flash this boulder, and I reached this zone in a stable position. This is my first attempt, and after I grabbed next nasty cream. And this cream was so bad, it wasn't possible to hang on it. And I can't jump because I can't generate any momentum from slippery footholds. So here's my best attempt. In isolation zone, of course, we can hear that other climbers successfully reach top and some of them reach from the flash. So just imagine, I'm staying in front, last boulder, and I know Hojer flashed the first one and probably he managed second one till the zone. So I have only one attempt to get into podium.
So, das ist übrigens bei beiden noch ein Flashversuch hier. Das ist immer noch ein Flashversuch hier. Und das ist ein Flashversuch, der erfolgreich ist. Egor Kryachkov.
Seine Ehrung
If you love this video, please
für die Arbeit, die er
hit the like button and write a comment. It helps to gain more followers on my YouTube channel, and more followers means more motivation for me to create the content.
Egor Kryachkov. Ganz knapp war es für ihn. Kriegt hier den Silberpokal und 1000 Euro Preisgeld.
So, und einen holen wir
jetzt
jetzt nach
rastet
vorne, der
gleich
ist schon ziemlich
das
groß
Publikum
und darf
noch
trotzdem
einmal
ganz
aus.
oben stehen und wird dadurch noch größer.
Den Titelverteidiger, für den Altmeister, für den
holen
Gewinner der Techniker Boulder BundesLiga Saison 22/23 und auch für den neuen Gewinner der Saison. Er heißt heute Abend, wie auch im letzten Jahr, Jan Hojer.
im letzten Boulder hier den Sack zu.
Er nimmt heute den Goldpokal und 2000 Euro Preisgeld mit nach Hause.
Unverdient. Ganz oben.
Absolut ehrfürchtige Leistung hier heute an den Tag gelegt. Wusste, dass er den letzten Boulder flashen muss und hat abgeliefert. Und hier strecken sie nochmal den Pokal nach oben. Zu Recht die 6 stärksten Athleten der Techniker Boulder Bundesliga auf einem Bild.
Actually, I don't know why Jan Hojer got the zone on the first attempt.